Here to introduce, I will narrate.
We're here to introduce
2 types of condoms. The king and the rainbow. There are 2 very different There are 2 very different condoms.
Different.
Different. In every way.
In every way possible, really.
Before you use a condom, make sure that you are using the correct one for the correct reasons to prevent pregnancy. Children.
In other words.
In other words,
you don't really want your life to change, do you?
Right.
We don't either.
When you're drinking tequila on ice. Patron.
So, here is the real question first, before we begin this. Would you like condoms? Or would you like
tequila? Or would you like both?
If you would like both,
then you will watch this documentary and learn to use the correct one when necessary.
So here we go. Let's get this show on the road.
First, we'll introduce the king.
The king is pronounced King, K-Y-N-G. The king is somewhat lubricated.
Yeah, mildly lubricated.
Mildly lubricated.
The first presentation will be on Zico, coconut water. Now, if this were a male's shaft, it would be rather large. So I will demonstrate the king, K-Y-N-G, on the coconut water first. Make sure when you place the condom on the king, when you are placing the king on the shaft, you are placing it in the correct direction so it easily rolls down, as so. It may take a few times for such a large shaft.
If your shaft is as big as a Zico, fucking...
Once on, slide down, simply. Now, our point. The king. The king fits the entire bottle of coconut water.
Here's the head.
Here's the bottom. Therefore, if you are a blaggit, the king would be the best choice. If your shaft is approximately 1 foot long, use the king. Now, this elasticity of the king is durable, stretches all the way down, no tears, no rips, nothing to worry about.
Pretty legit.
Touche. Now, when removing, please be careful.
As it will probably be filled.
For your man's sake.
And for yours. You don't want any children running around, do you?
Spermicides. Okay. Now, we will demonstrate the king, same king that was on the foot Zico shaft, on an average woman's wrist. Now, this will go further than the bracelets. Now, I would say this is about a foot long, with elasticity that is
pretty snug.
Impeccable. The head is still at the top, as so, and will stretch all the way down. No problems. Now, in comparison, we have
condom number 1. That was to remind you the King, K-Y-N-G. You could probably pick this up at your local clinic.
free in California.
Free in California.
Free Namo.
You might want to just move to California. That might be the best decision of your life.
Now, condom number 2. The rainbow.
The rainbow is called Trust X.
Right. Comes in a variety of colors.
This might be a purple, maybe a black. Who knows, really, until we open the package.
Easily torn open.
Part of the fun, right?
Easily torn open quickly when you're in a hurry.
Quickly when you're in a hurry.
To get it in, you know.
Before the husband comes back.
Simply like a nipple, per usual. Up, backwards. That's
See?
how you know. You can always test it on your fingertip. Now, our model is here.
This one's pretty slippery too.
Yeah,
just take
extra
note.
Lubricated. Now this one is a little
Tricky. It'll work though. If you're the size of a coconut, then
this one will not slide down any further.
we're at about a C when, if you remember correctly, the king went about to here.
Yeah, that's about half the size of the king.
So it all depends on where you're at in life.
Right. Blaggett or white. So, tip, still on. This color is black, which is extremely bizarre to me, but that's besides the matter. Now, careful removing this dong bag. Now, we will demonstrate on the average woman's wrist. Wow, this is tight.
If you're looking to have a fucking trouble getting this on in the middle of the night, which at this point, if the guy who's using a condom is trying to get this on, he might just not even put it on and then tell you he did.
Right. Because this is small. Really small.
It doesn't even look.
It doesn't
I could
even
break
stretch.
this. Look, I'll demonstrate. This is gonna break.
Up, it ripped.
Rip already. Whereas the king doesn't. So my advice
Here's
to
the
you,
hole.
my advice to you would be, just get with the guy who can fit the king. Otherwise, you might be in some trouble.
Big trouble. Your life might be
irreversible.
over. Yeah.
Trouble.
Free Namo and
Free Wheezy.
Wheezy for Prez.